ago? Explosion inside city wall. Grounded.
Ready, steady, go!
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Should I save this money or invest it?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding... Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once...
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss... Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kinda hard to...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive?
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alco.
Go, Barbara, go!
you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never... Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew... Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there.
Boats up.
So, you finally made it. You sure can. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes...
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you...
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons.
So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules, my apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Whew. So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a...
Sheesh. So it is super strict. Just like every...
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma, not even on Rito, where they've established... I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're good. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now...
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce...
Thank you ever but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
That's not how you haggle. By all means, bargain the price.
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just the way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. The association provides help, support, and structure for Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like...
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to...
Really? Wow, the Rito fix?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. Connections come at a high price.
Not you too.
No. In this instant, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort... Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade... Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so the head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the... Ah, good. That's a relief. You need...
We heard the association has been having some
Yes. Left, right, and center.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for any.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity. But in and of itself, it doesn't... No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not... They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and it's a vicious cycle. The consequence of... We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Karisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him...
Got it! We're on the case.
next on the agenda?
Jumpy, jumpy, go! Hi-ya! La la la.
Let's get down to business.
Let me try my blade. One strike will suffice.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
of ice and frost.
Let's dance.
Huh. Huh. Hi. Huh.
I will have order.
Jumpy Dumpty go! Yeah, da da da! Boo! Boing boing boing! Ah! Yeah! Boo!
You win.
Boo! La la la!
I don't think I recognize you. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. They're wasting their time. The price is not.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's chip. Da da da.
Hmm? That was quick.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
Oh? Well, by all means, tell me, getting you to go fixing things when you've only just. Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seemed. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Associate.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on.
Huh. What a
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe.
Really? Is that all you need?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Just what will we come across this time?
Wish me luck.
Go, Barbara, go! Go, Barbara, go!
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about... Goodness, I can sense it now. So the scent of Mondstadt. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I...
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a... Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. And the sound of the waves. The calls of the Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active imagination.
The... Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. So I caved. Those people. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't...
Come on, you scaredy cat. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companion. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like...
I'm their puppet, yes. But my evidence? Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well, then there's no time to look.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! Too close! That's too close!
Come out! I can see you! Who are you? Why are you following me?
Seems like he's noticed us.
Keijiro!
After him!
should I choose? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Ah,
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away!
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing.
Too close! That's too close! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Keijiro!
After him!
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers. Love or freedom? Which one should I choose?
I need to think about it.
Ah, Ryoko.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice he's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Sailing breeze.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Should I close early?
Now, who else is behind on payments?
Customers.
Let me think.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
What could he be doing at a place like...
It looked like he buried something over there. Whoa! It's boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear...
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence.
I'll...
Huh? You are...
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face...
Huh. Poor... Da-da-da.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest...
Word has it that samurai and the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession. Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine.
And not even an ounce of shit.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to—
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do—
A helping hand. The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders, seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have...
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay,
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But...
hey, if nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection...
Toma? What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. Straight to the... I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island.
You've been keeping your trip... So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to...
Seems like she must be...
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves that... You're asking the right questions. And to be... Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly...
Still pretty good going for just...
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your... So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward, that is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the time.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what, with your help, even the Vision Hunt decree. That's an unexpected development. Yes, of course. I completely understand.
Thomas.
Well, my work on Rito. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so. As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Kamura Tea House to settle the school. Well, get.
Stop there. Present your travel permit.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narc.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll.
Traveler, you gotta think of something. Are you saying we should go and guess it can't hurt? Who knows? Maybe.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be.
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you?
My since.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke.
Nice to meet you. So, the reason we went.
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance.
So what you're saying?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out?
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor.
Whoa, you heard about that Something wrong?
No. Rito is greatly honored. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Excellent. You must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the mountaintops.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble. Then how about this? We have a few.
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be.
Hey, what gives?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
Gather! Crumble! Stabilize!
Ready
Ready for a rehearsal? Yahoo! Here we go. Let's play.
Evil shall be dispersed.
Here we go. Yeah.
Boring! Useless!
Brace yourselves. Yahoo!
Halt, you two!
Huh? What am
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants... But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. Well, Paimon knew some...
I'll take care of it.
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure.
Wow. She's the daughter of the...
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled.
Is it Paimon or does something...
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... Well...
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like...
No! You misunderstand me. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou... My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders.
Oh,
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to be perfectly honest. As long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty...
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, we don't have much time. I'll tell you my... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hero?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort...
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee...
Boy, Chisato...
Yes, my lady. Very well then.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's...
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once.
Yes, my lady.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Gather!
Sparks and flash! Dumpty dumpty go! Boing boing boom!
Order guide you.
Blazing delight!
Monsters sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Gather!
Yeah! La la la! Da da da! Pew! La la la! Woo! Da da da!
I will have order.
Watch out! More monsters inbound. Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Boing boing boom!
Wait! Boring! Useless! Evil conquering! Worthless! Worthless! Boring!
You know a thing or two.
This is order. Yeah.
Boing boing boom!
Solidify.
Let's dance. La 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 la. Boom! Sparks and flash! Jumpy dumpty go! Boom! Boom!
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenri...
My lady. So that's how it is. No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm
not afraid to say that.
the one you.
Shinojo, did you honestly think?
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest.
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it.
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if your action...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food or some.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy...
I wish you a safe journey.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House! La la la.
Ready for a rehearsal? Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Stabilize!
Brace yourselves.
Blazing delight!
To the ferry.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Here we go!
Gather!
Jumpy Dumpty go! Hi-ya! Ah! Hi! Sparks and flash! Yeah! Foo! Boo! Ha! Ah! Woo!
Let's play! Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Brace yourselves.
According to the letter, this should be the—
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait! We're not the general pub—
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation.
Are our clothes really so—
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be— In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for—
Well, that sounds more like it. doesn't see him anywhere.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it. Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because...
Sorry, did I overdo it? Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning. Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much this... So you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already...
Time to begin work? Schedule. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the City of Freedom, and Liyue is the City of Contrast. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the the Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change. And whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden...
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like...
Sound? What sound?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
Aspirations? That would... Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
This is order.
Blow them all up! Boom! Da-da-da. Let the show begin. Huh. Jumpy Dumpty Go! Hi-ya! Boom!
This body belongs to ice and snow.
Woo! kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? Oh, behind the
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, consider it a time-honored tradition within the
Makes sense. She's a super
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. Especially, I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled on. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds. Given a commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own traveler. Lend us your power. Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I...
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help.
I'm
See,
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
that must be the guy Ayaka took.
One day, I'll be as great.
Ah, you must also. Teijima has protected this place at keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near. But now, all of a sudden, we will gladly.
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something. Truth be told, we aren't sure.
Seems like he's a You must be Teijima. So what's...
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of true. But that's not why I chose to stay. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since in the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we... But if you can't remember... Oh! Maybe if you just try...
Oh, that reminds me.
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the top.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Teijima...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find...
Next on the agenda...
This looks like Teijima's... Let's see what... Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised... Today, I helped rescue a kid. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I... Seems like... Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today, and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me... Now that's the kind of info we're looking for!
way behind schedule.
So this is the interesting. Looking at the... But anyway, if he had this...
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji. Healthy body, healthy mind.
Here we are! This seems... The soil looks like... Must be something pretty amazing. It looks like... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Huh. So the but he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give...
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. But still, it's clear that I was waiting for. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret, everything I... No. Not as... After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin. I think... maybe not. If this... Although... What if she were to turn up eventually? Only to find I didn't remember when I think about it like that. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? I shall remain here.
Tejima seems to be dealing... Seems it's... That's certainly... At least we were able to help him. Well... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who...
Oh, good. I was just thinking that the silk flowers at the Feiyun Commerce Guild needed watering. The transport coordinators will probably moan about the muddy mountain roads again, though.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law. But why would they take Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provision?
The entire clan is counting on that food.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency...
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came...
I see. You seem to have come just at the right... This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll start... No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. But he's shown it. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But maybe we should talk to Kurs.
I've never even heard of these emergency I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse... That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. And it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times, right? To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing... If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Huh. You see, but we better we should be able to...
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule.
We really outdid ourselves all those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders were...
Next on the agenda...
Order guide you.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We were... Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. Yeah, Kuros. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal. Now...
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah. A lot of them and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this Miss Aoi. As for you guys...
Yeah, so we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's...
La la la.
Welcome to Tsukumomono... Or perhaps... There's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover...
So that's how he was getting those But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it necessary to take on...
Wow. Kurosawa was... And no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me... Had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a... Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency... If you're still curious, what... I see... That were most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was in hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Oh, but before you go... Information is also Don't worry, I won't charge...
presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really...
Strange. Is that... I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember it. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in... But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was once... I remember once when I was young. I wanted to sneak... What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important... All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to me...
Hey, if you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
Virtue? And somehow those two words seem to be taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest but what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so... And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that... Yeah, seems like, fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next Woo! The third person who had their vision taken is Paimon heard that he's the This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people...
Nanako, don't worry. Since those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought...
Maybe, but... Things have gotten dangerous before in the past.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about... But then we got here and overheard you talk...
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so... You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, Sensei's name is Domon. A name I'm sure you've... Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat... He once said that his goal was to become the best sword... And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think... But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts.
The Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is... Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is... The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing your vision can cut...
place to de-stress.
Shh. So you just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears, all the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
We're way behind schedule.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How? Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? Unless...
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking—
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know...
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Dolmon or anyone else associated with him. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable old practitioners of Make Yoshi's Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind. But Dolmon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, I thought so too at the time. But Dolmon began making swift. Only then did I realize that it was Dolmon who had long since freed his mind from all. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. Dolmon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems still kind of...
Does that mean he's just lost his mind?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long—
Lady Yai? Is
the head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's
correct. Lady Yai is I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask—
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely— I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken—
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve—
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head— Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our—
Sure. Who knows? Maybe.
Solidify!
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right? It was probably—
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears—
Lady Yai, it must be a possession. This is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that—
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his.
Your school practices make Yoshi's stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple then. What of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both?
Lady, I'm not sure.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled him, much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry, Father. Sensei.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that on? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your... But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the...
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge... If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held...
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually...
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. So, just as I once placed mine, you are not in the same position that I was. When I left...
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not, but as your sensei, this is my promise.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong. Well, don't just stand there staring at me.
So even though his ambition was taken away...
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you.
Ooh, Lady Yuck, she seems super mysterious. Paimon's so... We can come back to...
Gather!
guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh? No.
Huh?
Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both faced. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincere...
Yeah. Short, Ayaka.
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your,
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you see...
Back to the matter at hand. Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and but I believe that surely you understand what It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll...
So,
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, but such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial...
Oh, Paimon get...
Once the number of ceremony...
Makes sense.
In any case, we can talk freely here. Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time they invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, after all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moral, because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under to say a little more about Sangonomiya. Historically, but I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind there is... The almighty Shogun. I've seen she inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of... It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of...
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you...
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenge... Well, for the moment, all we can do is, for example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for...
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit...
Darn! So they found...
Yes. We knew it was not... Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means do we... When you are ready, go to...
just hand it over. You don't want any trouble. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the vision, believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered.
Can't you make an exception?
So this is the vision hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things Psst! Hey! Huh? There's someone trying. Come on! This way! What's going on? Shh! Quiet! Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey! This isn't right, you know! Just because you don't. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here.
Wise choice.
What should we do now? He's already given up. This is your fault.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just did. Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi, but if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station.
Whoa.
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him.
Come on, this way. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should. Yes.
Solidify!
For Rex Lapis!
Talk about a big door! It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Boing, boing, boom! Jumpy, jumpy, boom! Da, 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 la, la, la.
Stabilize!
Access denied.
Don't hold back!
Sparksy Flash!
I will have order! Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost. Yeah. Pew! Yahoo!
Strike first! Don't hold back!
Who goes there?
Boing, boing, boom!
Stabilize!
Forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Teach me a lesson. Get them! Solidify!
All hail!
Watch your
Boing,
step.
boing! Let's dance! Huh? Jumpy, dumpty, go! Da, da, da! Yeah! Woo! Blazing delight! Woo!
I dare you!
Da, da,
Show me
da!
what you've got! I will have order! Gather! Don't hold back! I need to train harder.
I'll protect us! Yeah!
Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost.
I'll spare
Boing, boing, boom!
Bested.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a
Da,
lesson.
da.
Show me what you've got.
Jumpy, dumpty, go! Hi-ya!
This is order.
Let's dance!
For Rex Lapis. Huh. Access denied.
I can...
I dare you. Stabilize. Show me what you've got.
Boing, boing, boom!
Watch your
Woo!
step.
Yeah! Blow them all up!
Don't hold back. I dare you. Solidify.
No touching.
Jumpy, dumpty, go! Yeah! Woo!
Train harder back.
Yeah! Woo! Ha! Boo!
Solidify.
Shh! Quick! That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us? Locking you up was just the beginning.
Oh no! Those Tenryoka mission brutes are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then...
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am. We were just teaching him a little lesson.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulation.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't.
Yoimiya, are you sure now?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fire.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fire...
Fireworks aren't just...
Yoimiya,
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be
Look, the coast is clear!
Yoimiya.
Master Masakatsu! Sorry,
Come on! We've got no time... Oh.
Yes, leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
well...
Leave this place.
We're finally up.
Yes.
Master Masakatsu...
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujasara. It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryo Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear... I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree if our true motives were ever divulged.
True. Though if you ask me, we are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be even...
Indeed. Things may... But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, it is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only... yes, which reminds me. The Tenryo Commission seems to... And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree seems to be waning.
A ceremony, you say?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the...
You do present a good... Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us. Toma, what would you...
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it.
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients, then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But... Ooh! Paimon proposes we gather raging demon-level Joyun chilies. This is already shaping up...
Oh, my stomach. It feels like...
Who would have guessed that Toma would be the winner? He ate...
Salt-crusted herring, unripe lavender melon, flash-boiled dongo. Oh, and whatever that thing was that nearly froze my tongue off. Hold up, my life is starting to flash before my eyes.
You've only got yourself to blame, Toma.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest...
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else.
Guess I've been feeling... Perhaps I did get a... I think my luck has already taken a turn. So without further ado, I hereby
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another important...
Yes. If the Tenryo Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, and with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few... Downtime is hard to come by. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should...
Bye, Toma.